Welcome to Late Night with Walter Weyburn. Thank you all for coming back here, and it looks like this show is going to be a success. I hope so. I hope you're liking it. But please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Give me your thumbs up and your comments and your questions. I do pay close attention to the questions in the feed on this video, and I will answer them eventually. Remember, it's just me, and if I miss one, I am so sorry, but I will eventually get to it. If I do miss one, please ask it again in the next evening's show. Also, put a bunch of question marks on your question. That way, I will see it. Y'all, I got my water as usual to keep the old whistle wet. Y'all get whatever it is you like to drink. When I get through here, I'm going to get me a bowl of Cheerios. I just got a hankering for some Cheerios. Amy made some soup tonight. It was, she cut up a pork loin, and it was cabbage and some kind of white beans. I'm not sure what that was. I think it was Catalini beans. I'm not sure. But then she put some hot sauce in it, made a soup out of it. So good, so good. To look at it, it didn't look that great, but it tastes good. Okay, y'all, if you want a stun gun, pepper spray, or tactical knives, or any of my books, my course, I've got business books, I've got cookbooks, I've got story books, anything you want, it's in the links below. Please go check it out. Okay, y'all, it finally happened. I have probably sent out well over 1,000 stun guns, pepper sprays, that kind of stuff, you know. Probably well over 1,000. And it's just me doing it. Well, I finally missed an order. I guess I'm human. It was a lady that contacted me today. She said she sent an order in for a bundle on the 5th of October, and she hadn't got it yet. She's just wondering when will she get it. I looked at all my postal receipts. I looked in PayPal. I looked in the book that I write all my stuff down in, and lo and behold, it wasn't there. I looked in my PayPal orders. There it is right there. I missed it somehow. I was worried to death she was going to be mad, but I wrote her and I said, please forgive me. I don't know how I missed it. First time I've ever missed an order. I said, how can I make it up to you? Just let me know. Do you still want it? If you do, I can mail it out tomorrow. If not, I can give you a refund, but just please forgive me. She wrote me back. She was so sweet. She said, that's okay. She said, just if you can send it out tomorrow, I still want it. So thank you so much. I don't know if it's okay to call your name or not, but if you're watching this show, thank you so much for understanding. And y'all, please, when you order stuff, it could happen. Like I said, I've sent out well over 1,000, and this is the first time it's happened. But it could happen. I'm human. Okay, I asked a question last night about stimulus. Does people want to talk about stimulus on the late night show, or do they want to keep it on the two shows in the daytime at 6 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Do they want to cut out the stimulus talk on this show and just make it a laid back, talk about anything else thing? Overwhelmingly, everybody says cut it out on this show. It's good for the other ones, but leave it off of this one. We want something more lighthearted and that kind of stuff, you know. I knew that was the answer I was going to get. That's the one I was fishing for anyway. So no more stimulus stuff on this show. You can ask your questions about stimulus stuff. You can say what you want to about stimulus stuff in the comments, but I'm not going to talk about it on this show. And I'm not going to answer those questions on this show. Y'all, I do need to tell you that my cooking channel is just not taking off. I don't know if it's going to make it or not. I'm getting the subscribers that I need. I've got more than enough subscribers to get it monetized, but people are just not watching those videos. So I don't know if that channel is going to make it or not. So over the next week, I'm going to gauge it and see what happens over there. I may have to axe that one, because if it's not growing, why am I putting my time into it? I need to concentrate on what is growing and what's taking off. And I just don't see that channel doing it. I hope it does, but all it would take is people to watch the videos. But I understand everybody's not interested in cooking. The giveaway. This morning I had a giveaway on the 6 a.m. show. If you didn't see it, it's going to be close, but you may still have time to get into it. Go back and watch that video at the end. I'm telling you what you need to do to enter the show. Now, one thing, a lot of times people answers a question, but they don't answer the question that I ask. That makes it a little easier for other people that answers the right question to win, because you have to answer the question that I ask in order to win. You have to be subscribed to win. And I've got people sending me emails with their answers. That's not what you do for the contest. You put it in the comments, because the emails, they don't count. You can send them to me with your answers, but they don't count. You got to put them in the comments. You got to do what the contest says do. So I will pick that person right before I go to bed tonight. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. video, I will announce the winner. It could be you, so you need to come watch the show. And you can watch it anytime tomorrow or whenever you want to. But just know, if you don't watch tomorrow morning's video, you'll never know you won. And it will just go into next week's pot. All right, story time. You say you like stories, so here goes a good one. If you remember right, a couple of nights ago I was asked about Johnny Cash, and I told you about my friendship with his producer, Larry Butler. I want to tell you a story about Larry Butler tonight. There was one time a few years ago, I mean it was probably, if I had to guess, it was 10 years ago. Maybe not that long. I don't know if y'all have ever heard this song. It's on my YouTube channel, and it's also on my music website. Well, you hadn't seen my music website yet, so you hadn't seen it there. But it is on the YouTube channel. Just look it up. Motel Room in Nashville. I wrote that song, and to me, that out of all the songs that I wrote, that is my favorite song. I actually wrote the song Motel Room in Nashville in a motel room in Nashville. But the story goes that it's two people in a motel room in Nashville cheating. That's not the real story. I wasn't cheating. But you never know how these stories are going to hit you. But I was laying in bed trying to go to sleep, and that song, the words and the melody, everything was just keeping me awake. I could not sleep. I could not go to sleep. I could not get that out of my head. I knew that was going to be a good song. And I knew if I went to bed if I went to sleep in the morning, I might have forgotten it. So I got up and I jotted some notes down for it, just so it would trigger my memory. Well, I finished the song in just a few minutes the next day. Next time I seen Larry Butler, I told him about that. And he said, Walter, that's the case with everyone. If you're a creator and something that's in your head, whether it be a story, a song, just a passage, anything that you want to create. And if it's in your head at night when you're laying in bed, that's when most people do their best thinking. He said, don't even go to sleep. He said, get up and write it down, because in the morning it will be gone. You'll never get it back. He said that could just be the hit that you're looking for and you don't know. And if you don't write it down, to get up out of bed and write it down, you will miss it. So ever since then, if I get something in my head, I don't even try to sleep. I get up and I take care of it. Y'all, B.J. Thomas had a big hit. Hey, won't you play somebody done somebody wrong song? If y'all didn't know, Larry Butler and Chips Moman wrote that song. Larry Butler produced it. That is the first song that gained a Grammy Award for any country music. And Larry Butler was a recipient of that award. In Larry Butler's office, he had a huge office, and the walls was just covered from floor to ceiling, all four walls, with big gold and platinum records. He produced almost everybody you can imagine. He produced Conway Twitty, a lot of Conway Twitty's music, and when you hear a recording of Conway Twitty's music, at the time when Conway Twitty was doing all of his big recordings, Hello Darling, 15 years ago, stuff like that, they was using session musicians. Well, at that time, Larry Butler was a session musician. When you heard piano riffs in Conway Twitty's songs, that was Larry Butler on the recordings. Now, I'm not saying he played with Conway Twitty, but he was a session musician. So the recording, the piano is Larry Butler. He produced The Gambler for Kenny Rogers. He produced a lot of music for Kenny Rogers. He is the driving force that brought Kenny Rogers into country music. And of course, you all know the relationship that him and Johnny Cash had. Larry Butler even went to the Holy Land with Johnny Cash. A lot of people don't know Johnny Cash is an ordained minister. Johnny Cash baptized Larry Butler in the Jordan River. That's just... that had to be something great. But that's just how close they were. And like I said, Larry Butler was the first to win a Grammy Award in country music. And he was so proud of that. There was something else I was wanting to tell you about Larry Butler. If you ever had a chance to meet Larry Butler, you would never even know he was in the music business. He was so down to earth. He would have his little poodle with him a lot of times. The man was just like you and me. I mean, he didn't put on airs for no one. He was just Larry. Johnny Cash called him Larry Butler. Even though they was very close friends, he used both names. Anytime he talked to him, he said Larry Butler, Larry Butler. In fact, Larry Butler tells a story about him asking Johnny Cash why he did that, and Johnny Cash didn't have an answer. He just calls him Larry Butler. Y'all, I wish I could remember the other story I wanted to tell you about Larry Butler. I can't remember. Oh, well. Larry Butler was a real good friend. He was a real good person, and he never got in a hurry. Anytime you wanted to talk to him, he was all yours, as long as you wanted him. When he, oh yeah, I remember what it was. When he first moved to Nashville, he moved to Nashville when he started getting bigger. And then he decided to retire and come back to Pensacola. Well, when he got back to Pensacola, there was no retiring. He was still working every day, producing music and helping you singers get started. But when he first went to Nashville, he was, part of the union up there, and he was working session jobs, playing session music, that kind of stuff. Well, about 3 months after he got there, he hadn't got a paycheck yet. So he didn't know how it worked up there. So he asked somebody, when do we get paid for this? I ain't got a paycheck yet. He was just happy to be there. Oh yeah, and I want to tell you a story about Floyd Kramer. But anyway, he was just happy to be there. So the person says, you need to walk down the street to the union office. They have your paycheck there. You have to go pick it up every week. He didn't know. He went to the union office and he says, I hear my paycheck is here. They gave him a stack of paychecks. Every week he was there, he got a paycheck and he didn't know it. He said that was a very good payday. But the story about Floyd Kramer and Larry Butler. Floyd Kramer was in doing the recording to Last Date. That was Floyd Kramer's big, huge, mega hit. I mean, anytime you hear that first piano riff, you know it's Floyd Kramer. Nobody does that like Floyd Kramer. Well, Larry Butler just happened to be in the studio that day. He wasn't working with Floyd Kramer. But they asked him, what did he think about that? And Larry Butler said, well, he's not Floyd Kramer, but he's pretty good. Little did he know it was Floyd Kramer. He said after that he kept his big mouth shut. I don't blame him. But anyway, okay, that's enough about Larry Butler. But I love the man. He was so nice. He would help you if he could help you, but he wouldn't sugarcoat anything. If he didn't think you had it, he would tell you you don't have it. In fact, I know somebody that their dream was always to make it in the music business, and Larry Butler just did not see it, and he told him about it. Hurt his feelings. He had to lick his wounds for a few years, but I don't think to this day he likes Larry Butler now on account of that. But Larry Butler knows music. Okay, questions and answers. But first I want to tell you about 3 little things before we get into the questions and answers. And they are questions, it's just not part of the questions and answers. I've had a lot of people asking about Amy. Amy is doing so good right now. I'm having trouble keeping up with her. She's cooking again every day, and she is a very good cook. I mean, you can see how fat I am. And this is even after, I lost 98 pounds. I've gained like 50 of it back. So this is like 48 pounds less than what my normal weight is. So that tells you how she can cook. Yeah, but she's doing good. For a while when we went to a store, Sam's Club, Walmart, anywhere, to a restaurant, she would ask me to drop her at the door so she wouldn't have to walk that far because she was just out of breath. She's quit doing that. She walks in the store. She don't ride the buggy no more. She walks. She walks from the parking lot, regular parking. I don't have to drop her off at the door anymore. She's doing very good, thanks to your prayers and thanks to the Lord Jesus Christ for answering them. That was a tough time in both of our lives. A lot of people are asking me to play music on this late night show. And I'm going to tell you why I can't do that. Like I told you last night on Carol Robertson's music, on all of his songs, he used background tracks. I do too. All of my songs, I'm using copyrighted background checks. So I can't put them on here. And if I did, I would get demonetized. That's the thing on my music channel. I'm not monetized over there. I've had that channel for years and I just don't even bother monetizing it because I know I can't, because that's copyrighted background music. I would get in trouble if I tried that. That's why I started putting stories over there. Maybe I can work up monetized on that channel, but I just don't see that happening. So I will still put stories over there, but I'm not going to really kill myself doing it. But that's the reason I don't put music on this channel. I could sit here and try to sing, but I wouldn't have music, and it would only be a couple of lines before my throat would hurt, so it's not really worth it. A lot of people are asking me, why don't I go live? I covered this on my, I think it was the second show. Honestly, I just don't know how. Somebody said you need to hire a teenager that's real savvy in tech stuff and get them to come sit beside me and operate the live stream. That's a very good idea, but I would have to pay that teenager. And right now, I really don't have the time to do it. I got so much going on. Maybe after the first of the year, I'll look into it, because I would like to go live. I just don't know how. I've tried it many times, and it just drives me crazy. I want to throw my computer out the window when I try it. So that's the reason I gave up on live streaming. If it was where you could just push a button and go live stream, that would be great. That's the way it looks like you can do that. Just push a button, but it's not. You got to have a live stream service to run your feed through. I don't understand it at all. Okay, let's get into the questions and answers now. Allison Marie asks, when do you vote? When do you post your videos? Allison, I post them 6 a.m. in the morning, that's Stimulus Talk. Then at 12 noon for Stimulus Talk, and then 10 p.m. every night for this show here. My cooking channel, I do it every Sunday at 9 a.m. And like I said earlier, I don't think that channel is going to make it. We'll just have to give it another week or two and find out. I got the subscribers I need over there. People are not watching those videos. Don King said that Smokey and the Bandit is his favorite movie. Don, yeah, I love that movie too, and that's my second next to Grease. Someone asked the other day, I remember the question, it just popped in my head, and I don't remember their name. I don't even know if I even looked at their name then, but I remember seeing the question. They ask, do I like ball games? I like basketball if I'm there in person. I don't like it on TV. And any other ball game, I am completely retarded when it comes to ball game. I can be watching it and I could not tell you what they're doing. I don't understand it at all. When I was growing up, my daddy died when I was 3. My uncles was never around, so I didn't get into ball games. My mama really, she didn't like ball games, so I didn't get into it. So now at my age, I just don't understand it. It's like a foreign language to me. So no, I don't really care for ball games. Jimmy Green, some of these questions are going to take long answers. I hope y'all don't mind. And this is one right here. Jimmy Green asked, what do you think about Mel Tillis? Y'all, when I was a kid, I told you we went to Nashville just about every month. We did that for 5 or 6 years. Well, we also went to Belgrade, Florida every month for about 4 or 5 years. Belgrade is down on the bottom of Lake Okeechobee. And right beside Belgrade is Pahokee, Florida. And that's where Mel Tillis is from. I've got pictures of me standing out beside they have a big sign out there. Welcome to Pahokee, Florida, the home of Mel Tillis. I got pictures of me standing out there. I got pictures of my brothers out there. Yeah, I love Mel Tillis. My favorite song by Mel Tillis is Who's Julie. I've always loved that song. Even when I was a kid, I loved that song. Y'all, my love for like old country cheating music got me in trouble several times at school because I wouldn't shut up singing. And that's really not the kind of song a kid in elementary school should be singing. But if y'all have ever been down around Lake Okeechobee, down at the bottom of Lake Okeechobee, That is some beautiful country down there. In fact, I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but there's dirt down there. I mean, it is so rich. It's like tar. And if you get it on your hands, it will stain your hands. You got to scrub your hands to get it off. That's just how thick and rich their soil is down there. Could be from all the sugar cane and oranges. I don't know. But the oranges, that's another story I could tell you real quick about going down to South Florida so much. We got in Bartow, Florida, I believe it was, and there was a coffee cup restaurant there back then. We would always stop there to eat, and it'd be like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We'd stop in there and have breakfast before we went on down, you know. Well, this one time there, right out front of that restaurant, I don't even know if it's still there or not, the road curved. There was a turn or a curve or something there, I can't remember. But there was an orange truck turned over in the middle of the road. And I don't know if you've ever seen orange trucks, but what it is like a big 18-wheeler. And the top of the trailer is open, and they just put all the oranges in there, like a big basket of oranges on wheels. Well, this orange truck tipped over in the middle of the street. Everybody was out there picking up oranges. We had a carload of oranges. And another time we went down there, all the orange fields out there. We stopped a policeman and asked him, is it against the law to pick oranges? The police told us this. He says, I don't know if it's against the law or not, but if I wanted some oranges, I'd go get them. So we did. And me and my brothers, we all three had shiny silver shirts. You know, the kind of shirts that people used to wear with leisure suits. Because that was the thing back then. But we got up in the trees picking oranges. We climbed up in the trees. Mama took pictures of us, and all you could see was our shirts shining. You couldn't see us. You just seen our shirts up in the trees. But as we was up there, the water sprinklers came on. They had big, giant water sprinklers that waters those trees. Water sprinklers came on, and we got wet. But we got a carload of oranges. We brought them back, and we had oranges and grapefruits and stuff for a long time. I think I carried on about that one long enough, didn't I? Leah M. Leah, I see you here all the time, and I thank you. I see you on all of my channels, on all of my videos, and I thank you for being so loyal. She asked about my mastery course. Leah, the mastery course will help you write a book. It's step by step what you need to do to write your book, and at the end of the course you will have a ebook. I say ebook. You could publish it as a hard copy book if you want to, but I only do ebooks. Same process for either way. But I think I was a little confusing for Leah. Is it a book or is it a course? I think that's what she's asking. This is a full-fledged course. It's 6 modules. But in that course, you get 4 self-publishing books. Tells you all about the business end of it, all about how to do it. You get those 4 books free in the course, along with other freebies in the course. A template for your book. You don't even have to make the interior for your book. I've got it all laid out for you. All you got to do is just write the stories or whatever it is and put it in the book. But yeah, this course is just for self-publishing a book or an ebook. Now, if you want online business type books, I've got a ton of them on my website, and they do sell real good. I run the gamut on the online business books. Just go check them out. But yeah, that's 2 totally different things. But now, several people has mentioned that they would like an online business course. I do plan on making an online business. I've already got the website made for it. I got the layout already done for it. Everything is done for it. I just got to actually make the course now. But I should start on that right after the first of the year. And I can go straight to work on getting that done, and it won't take long to do that because I've got the shell of it already done. Okay. But yeah, if you take that course, at the end of the course, it should take you about a week to do it, 2 weeks if you're not really putting a lot of time into it. You will have your own book. And yeah, that is a business in itself, but I think I know what you mean. For other businesses, I've got books for that. I don't have a course yet, but I will have. I hope that cleared it up for you, Leah. I didn't know I was confusing like that, but I think looking back, I can definitely understand it. David Rodriguez, y'all, we're gonna run a little bit late tonight. I can see that. Yeah, we're gonna run late tonight. We may go an hour tonight. I hope y'all don't mind. David Rodriguez asks, did my grandbaby take after me with singing? David, you would be surprised that she was like 4 years old. And my first hit was Bright Lights and Country Music. It was a cover of an old Bill Anderson song. She heard the music started, she knew what song it was. She would sing it all the way through, a 4-year-old. And yeah, that did remind me of me because singing that kind of music when I was that age got me in trouble. But yeah, she used to sing Charlie's Shoes with me, Bright Lights and Country Music, Conway Twitty music. I mean, she would sing on them all the way through at that very young age. And I thought that she would really pick it up. I mean, she's got her own guitar, and she's got a Gibson guitar. She ain't got a department store guitar. She's got a good Gibson guitar. I wished I had a Gibson. I don't know how to play it, but it may be the age thing right now. I think she's 14 years old. It may just be the age thing right now. She's not really interested in it, but I think she will come back to it. That's the thing about music. You can leave music, but if it's in your blood, you are always going to come back to it. I've tried to leave it, and I can't. So yeah, David, I think she will. I mean, she does play fiddle. She took fiddle in school. She calls it violin. I call it fiddle. And the only difference between fiddle and violin, for people that don't know, is the hands that holds it. That's the only difference. Okay, I'm going to butcher this first name, but I think I got the last name right. Landria, I think that's right. I don't know. Halsey. She asks, can she read an ebook in email because she don't have enough free space to save them because she's using her cell phone? Yes, you can read them in email. It comes to you as a PDF, but you can open that file and read it without saving it. But really and truly, PDF files don't take that much room, so you could possibly save it also. You could try. But I do know you can read it in your email and then just save that email. Marcia Bullion. Marcia, I'm going to get your last name right one day. She said, she gave me a little advice here. She said, if you're not going to talk about stimulus on the late night show, I should change the name so people won't get upset. Thank you, Marcia, but I'm ahead of you. I already thought about that. I am going to do it. I'm going to quit putting the stimulus on the title. I want to just put Late Night with Walter Weyburn. And in the description, I'm going to say come back. I'm going to leave the description the way it is, but I'm going to say come back at 6 and at 12 and get the stimulus updates every day. That should suffice everyone. But yeah, I already thought about that too, and I will do that. In fact, if you'll notice on this video, I've already done it. Lisa Marie Schofield, I think that's how you say the last name, asks, have I ever been asked to sign an autograph? Yes, Lisa Marie, I have been asked many times. And even though, like, now that I'm out of the music business, I still get people ask me from time to time to sign an autograph. But even better than that, the best feeling in the world is when I go to the mall or to a restaurant or something and someone recognizes me from the music. You just don't know what kind of high that is when someone recognizes me from the music. That makes it all worth it. I had a restaurant manager one time, and the restaurant was a very popular restaurant, and people did like to talk to him and take up his time. You know, he would not go to the store or anywhere because he would get recognized and people would want to talk to him. Well, if you don't want to talk to your fans and your followers, you shouldn't be in the business. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Maria Torres, I hope I got that right, asks, do my kids live near me? Yes, I have 2 daughters that lives real close to me, and I see them all the time. I see my granddaughter all the time. I don't see my grandson as much as I would like to, but circumstances. My granddaughter, they moved out of my house probably 6 months ago, if that long. And they live all the way to the other side of town. It's a 30-minute drive. But she didn't want to change schools, so her mama brings her here every morning just so she can catch the bus here so she don't have to change schools. So yeah, I see them every day. Katrina Lynch asks, what's your favorite food for the holidays? Turkey or ham? I prefer turkey. I'm not really a ham person unless it's a ham sandwich. I like ham sandwiches, but as far as eating ham, I'm not much on that. I love turkey. I like regular baked turkey with all the traditional stuff, and I've got to have cranberry sauce, the gelled kind, not the loose kind. And that's the only time of the year that I want that. And green pea salad with mayonnaise, onions, and cheese cut up in it. That is so good. She also asked, do I like eggnog? I'm going to have to explain that one. I love eggnog. Me and eggnog has had a love affair all my life. But y'all, everybody seems to want to put alcohol in their eggnog. I cannot stand that. You're destroying eggnog when you put alcohol in it. I want mine just straight eggnog. And a lot of people wants to give you a little cup of eggnog. Give me half of the carton. I love that stuff. And the thicker it is, the better it is. Tammy Carter asks, who is my favorite country singer? Tammy, it's hard, but I think in this order it would be Conway Twitty first, Carl Smith, Ernest Tubb, and Hank Thompson. I think that would be my 4 top favorites. And it would be in that order. Joanne Kelly asks, do I publish music? Joanne, come back tomorrow night. I want to, in fact, I've already made a note to remind me tomorrow night to talk about that. It's just too much to talk about here. We could go on forever on that, but I did used to have a publishing business. It was Wild Publishing. I will tell you all about that. But yes, I did used to publish music for other people. Lois Ann Whopper, I hope I'm getting your last name right. I don't know if I am or not. Asked, did I ever listen to Randy Travis's album Old 8x10? Yes, I did, and I loved it. And I want to tell you about when I seen Randy Travis. When I was a teenager, I was probably 15, 16, 17 years old, like that. Back then, CB radios was popular, and my whole family belonged to a club. In fact, my mother was the president of the club. And we had a a weekend thing where all the CB clubs came together and had a big cookout. It was probably 300 people there. It was a really good time. Well, the entertainment was Randy Travis, and it was back when he first got his first #1 hit. He was just a kid, but there was no big band or nothing like that. He just stood out underneath a tree with his guitar standing there in his light brown leisure suit. He was just singing his song. He sung his hit, and then of course he sung cover songs for everyone else, because that one hit was all he had, and I can't even remember what that was now, but it was his first hit. He blended in just like everybody else. He was not a star yet. So yeah, I have met Randy Travis, and I love Randy Travis. It's just a shame that he can't sing anymore. And I know how I feel about not being able to sing no more. It must be killing him. Julie, this is the last one, y'all. Julie Montez says that she can't find my stun guns. Julie, if you go under every one of my videos and click the words show more, the description box will pop open and all my links are there, and that's where you would find the link to my stun guns. Y'all, this has been fun, but we're working on 45 minutes now. So let's wrap this up tonight. We'll pick up again tomorrow night. Y'all please check out the 6 a.m. video in the morning. You could be the winner, and if you don't check it out, you'll never know. Y'all, it's for $100, and I will send it to you as a check, but if you got a PayPal account, I can send it straight to your PayPal, and you'll get it instantly. But just know I love you all, and with Jesus Christ on our side, and he's always on our side, even at times when you feel like he's not on your side. He's got your back. This would be a very terrible world without Jesus Christ. A world you would not want to live in. Y'all just keep your faith in Jesus Christ. He will see us through this. And please subscribe to this channel. Watch the video that's popping up now. And just know I love you all. Ciao.